So I've got Jaison Costley here with me. He's got this deer in the headlights look because, well, he's on my show, and that happens sometimes, especially when he knows that there's only 3 people who actually watch the show, and they just push repeat every single day. And there's no one up here in Ogden, so don't get worried. No one will even know that you're on the show.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That makes me feel better.
Yeah, good. Now, you've been doing a lot of things behind the scenes on a lot of the projects up here in Ogden lately, and they sound like a lot of fun. Can you give me a rundown of the 3 that you've been doing most recently?
To start out with, I was assistant director on Lust of the Vampire Girls. It was very, very fun. Basically, we've done a few shorts before, but that was the first feature I've ever worked on. And again, you kind of see the footage that Matt very eloquently spoke about how it's just, it's kind of a difficult thing having to do and make that. I ended up being, I was assistant director to begin with, but ended up being unit production manager, boom operator, was clapping the thing. I did basically 5 or 6 jobs all in one day, and I pretty much collapsed after all that. So it was pretty insane. Well, it was kind of hard.
Sounds like a typical Utah shoot. You get called in for one job, and you end up doing everything.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it literally was holding the boom, clapping, and then going back to it. We had a lot of the times the actors were the ones clapping. It was, yeah, exactly. Really tight shots and things. Few people to work with, so they ended up clapping, handing it over to people, and then everybody would take their places. Kind of doing multiple things all at the same time.
Man, I can imagine. I was an AD on a film, and one of the biggest fears I had was that you'd have a lot of cast or crew members that were full of egos, and I'm sure that happened a lot on all your film sets as well.
Egos.
You know the thing where people think that they're
and Bens, yeah.
Yeah, people who think they're their poop don't stink type deal.
Yeah, no, actually, we got pretty lucky on all that. Okay, well, I don't really know a lot about LA, but I was just recently out there on vacation. You kind of get that kind of a feel of that about everybody kind of walking down the street better.
Like, hey, I live in LA, so therefore I'm awesome.
Yeah, but then it also at the same time kind of made it just seem that much more pathetic. Nothing against LA.
No, I love people from LA. They're beautiful.
You just kind of it's kind of a sad vibe. I'll just say that. So here we are in Ogden. It's very nice, actually, with everybody. It's a friendly community. We've been working together for quite some time, and kind of a lint ball going on. A lot of people are starting to kind of pick up on this thing, so it's really cool. I
love that you just referred to everybody as a lint ball.
Yeah, kind of. It's a metaphor, man.
It's a great metaphor. Okay, so we got Lust of the Vampire Girls. What else have you been working on?
Lust of the Vampire Girls. I'm now into the middle of Dickhead Dave, which I wrote and directed. So we've gone 2 days. We got 1 left, and it's going to be a very fun day. We've done some very gnarly things. Pretty much, think about it this way: we had a rather large crew to begin with. Day 2, not so big anymore. So it's kind of saying that it was a very insane kind of shoot. And even it's one thing on paper, it's another thing when it's actually being done. I won't give a lot away, but it's gonna.
But you will at least let us know when it's coming out so we can watch it. Yes.
Yeah, well, we have 1 more day. We got to kill him. His head's gonna explode. So day number 3.
Don't give anything away.
Yeah, I'll give. I won't tell you how it explodes. So it's pretty cool. But we've got that. So we've got to blow his ass up, and then after that we got to cut it. So it shouldn't take very long. It's only gonna be 15-20 minutes.
And then there's this series that's going on that no one really mentions much about.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about it, actually.
Soap, suds, operas, ballet, recitals, something.
I'm supposed to be directing this, and I've been talking to trees.
You're talking to trees?
Trying to figure out what's going on.
What is this thing called anyway?
I believe it's called Proper Manners.
Now that you say that, I remember. Proper Manners, yeah.
A little tiny thing called Proper Manners.
And what are you doing on Proper Manners one more time?
I'm co-directing. Matt Johnson, who you saw earlier, Lust of the Vampire Girls. We're co-directing that web series together. And Ben's shooting it, and quite a few of the people in this room are actually going to be in it. So I think everybody in Ogden's going to eventually be in this thing.
So it sounds to me like Ogden's kind of the go-to hub in Utah for filmmakers. Mm-hmm. Why don't you guys... What is it about Ogden's water that makes you all want to be filmmakers?
I don't know. Lack of anything else to do.
That's probably a good reason. So if you are in Ogden or near the area, probably want to get in with these guys so that you don't, resort to a life of crime. Instead, resort to a life of filmmaking.
Exactly. There you go. Healthy, right?